let's review the FSC. Now, the FSC is our quoting program, quoting system. So it allows us to input all the information, which should be sufficient enough to determine what options we have available. So after logging in, you're going to choose automobile. Now, let me show you the basic features of the FSC. Now, to look up a previous quote, so just imagine a customer came in a couple days ago. We actually inputted and completed the FSC. We saved it. Now we could actually go back and retrieve the information. So you're going to select this yellow folder. You're going to click on the yellow folder. It's going to open up the quote selection, open quote. Now, you're going to type the name of the customer. Now, don't type the full name because you really don't know if the first, middle, and the last name were inputted. So just look them up through the first name. So let's just type in a name, for instance. Now, you're always going to leave the prospect, the insured, the cancel, other. You're always going to leave that. It defaults it to the actual folder of the office, which in this case is LA1. And it's going to open up the matching names. So all the quotes that match the name that you typed. Now, to make it easier, you could always click on the last name or the first name or the date, and it's going to set them up in order. So if you select last name, it's going to set them up in alphabetical order based on the last name. And then it allows you to look up all the quotes under Jose with the last name that you're looking. So if you're looking for Jose Garcia, you could just scroll down and everything is going to be in order. And then you could determine what Garcia it is, since there's going to be a lot of them. Now, if it's a quote from a couple days ago, you could always select the date, and then it's going to put them in numerical order based on the date. So 7/25, 7/23. So if it was a quote from last month, you could actually look up the quotes based on the dates. Now, let's choose a different name. So type in the name. Now, if you know for sure that the customer was here maybe a month or 2 months ago, you could actually type in a date. So from, let's type in 3/3/2019. So technically, it's only going to give me the quotes that were inputted from 3/3/19 all the way to 7/29/19. And then you could do the same thing. You could look for them. Now, there's going to be a few files under the same name, so you may have to log into each one until you find the correct one. Now, just for instance, if the quote, and you're going to determine this after looking at the Hawksoft, if you determine that the FSC was created maybe in 2014, you could always go to Browse. And then for the Office, we have 2014, 13, and 12. And everything else like 16, 17, 18, it's probably going to be under the same one. But if it's an old quote from like 2014, you could always select Browse, and then it gives you the opportunity of choosing a previous year. So in this case, 2014, and then you type in the name, and it's going to give you all the matching names under 2014. So once again, this is how you search specifically for a file. Now, if you want to select all the potential quotes, you're going to unselect the insured, cancel, and other, and you're going to leave it under prospect. Now, prospect technically means any potential new business. So this is a customer that maybe received a quote, or we gave them a quote either through the phone or in the office, but they never purchased a policy. So anything under prospect means that it's a potential new business. Now, if you're looking for a client, maybe to reprint an FSC, and you're going to know what that means as soon as you start doing the paperwork. Maybe you forgot to print the FSC for your file. So now you need to reopen up the FSC. You could actually go to insured. Now, insured technically means all the policies that were sold. So all the quotes that were transferred from a prospect to a sold policy, which it's categorized under insured. Now, cancel, any policy that's any quote that's can be rate or they're no longer interested, wrong phone number, we put them under cancel. So these are the three categories that we use. Prospect is potential new business. We have not sold them a policy. Insured is someone that already purchased a policy. And canceled is a quote that it's either a can be rate or not interested or wrong phone number. So if you're looking for a specific quote under one of these categories, you could just select the category that you're looking for, and it makes it easier for you to find it.